aboard!
We know now that as human beings busied themselves about their various concerns, they were scrutinized and studied, perhaps almost as narrowly as a man with a microscope might scrutinize the transient creatures who war and multiply in troubled water.
Hello and welcome to the Mayday LoveStream. It's been a minute. Hey, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Hallowed Halls in Portland, Oregon for the Mayday LoveStream. It's been a few months since our May marathon. How you been, Jenny?
I've been pretty good.
You doing good?
Pretty good.
We can wear makeup on our face now.
Yeah,
So I had to
brought
trim
you
my
some
beard.
lipstick.
Okay, we're gonna need that later on. So, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, you guys. This is the Mayday Love Stream. We're here to feature artists and poets and movements right here in our city of roses, Portland, Oregon. So, thank you so much for tuning in again, you guys. We're coming to you live from Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter. Not Twitter, I don't know. Just a
And
lot
our
of places.
hearts.
And our hearts, psychically from our hearts.
AKA the Mayday Love Stream. If you have not tuned in with us before, we really hit it hard back in May when everything we thought was strange, and guess what? Still strange. So we're coming back with your artist-powered, community-driven, socially distanced live stream broadcast from the City of Roses, Hallowed Halls, Portland, Oregon.
Special shout out to our artist that created the intro music, by the way, as well. His name is Akriza. He's got an album coming out at the end of this year. Please check him out, Akriza, Akriza. For those of you who haven't tuned before, this is a live performance happening every Tuesday night at the Hallowed Halls in Portland. We're raising money for artists. We're raising money for the Hallowed Halls, which is in a fight to survive by the end of the year, and we just appreciate all of your support. Speaking of support, we'd love to take you on down to the donation station.
All aboard!
So a little bit of how we work here. Our goal every single night is to raise $1,000 in order to survive. It means we're paying our artists, it means we're paying our crew, and we're paying the Hallowed Halls. And after surviving, what comes next?
We get to provide.
Mm-hmm.
This means we get to share the
Thrive.
abundance.
We get to thrive. We're working on it. We had all these graphics.
You guys, it's been a long time since we've been on the show, and I know that you missed us, and we missed you, and we're here to thrive, which is what happens after we survive. I'm trying to skip steps because I'm ready to go, but we can't actually do that. So what happens after thrive? Jacob, take it in.
We start
Bring
to
it in.
provide anything over $3,000. The vast majority of it goes back to our community in the form of the Hallowed Halls and towards our artists. And the show basically takes a complete step back. And once we hit $5,000, we have a surprise. It is not a live animal in the room.
That's not true. It could be.
It could be. It's a bat.
A bat in the box.
Anyways, thank you so much for being out here. Also, a quick shout out to our sponsors. Our show is super blessed to be able to have some incredible sponsors tonight. Our first is Mad Hippie Skincare. I feel like that's the sponsor for Jenny.
Yeah, they're a beautiful skincare company that, as they say, hippies on a mission to make the world a more beautiful place. And they're doing $1 per every sale going back to the community and towards sustainable business. And I'm really excited that we get to be supported by them tonight. I wish we had their things to show you, but we'll probably be able to link you to their products here after the show.
You can
Maybe
just-
on intermission. We'll see.
You can just see their effects on our beautiful faces from now on with our new HD cameras that are filming us in the host booth. Our other sponsor tonight is Air Hush, which is state-of-the-art mobile soundproofing for studios, schools, and professional spaces around the world.
Their Air Hush is fantastic, really high quality. And if you saw us in May, we had Air Hush between us
Now we just have a door.
because they're too good to just be a placeholder here. They're really made for being on stage, and they're made for... We're up on the stage currently. We've made a box for the amplifier for the guitars out of Air Hush cubicle things, and so it's pretty great. Thank you,
So-
Air Hush, for your support.
So without further ado, we'd love to introduce our acts tonight. Our first act is a fantastic singer-songwriter that I met at Mississippi Pizza about a year ago when she moved here from Vegas, actually. And she is an incredible songwriter and an even better voice, and we're super stoked to have her on. Anyone that donates $25 or more will receive an I Am Magic face mask. She's releasing one song every month, produced and recorded by Ajay Marshall and herself, and her latest single is called Bedhead. Please welcome Jessica Manalo to the Mayday LoveStream. Stoked to have you, dude.
Thank you so much for having me. So this first song that I'm going to share tonight, this is actually a song that I wrote before I got to Portland, and it's a little bit about my spiritual journey, and I call it Times Are Changing, because quite literally everything was changing for me, my spiritual life and everything on the outside of my world. So this is my first one. Here we go. This was called Times Are Changing. Times are surely changing, I don't know where I'll go. I know there ain't an easy way out, but I don't wanna be alone. Lately it seems like the world is changing me. By now I know somehow I'll be exactly where I wanna be. Gotta know, are you hearing me? Gotta know, are you listening? This time it's not enough to go running around with another love. This time around, it's like our souls found the other one. And I can feel it shifting by the way I feel inside. The dark is getting lighter, even when I close my eyes. Lately it seems like the world is listening. By now I know somehow I'll be exactly where I wanna be. I gotta know, are you hearing me? I gotta know, are you listening? Gotta know, are you hearing me? Gotta know, are you listening? I gotta know, are you hearing me? Gotta know, are you listening? Gotta know, are you hearing me? I gotta know, are you listening? All right. So that was called Times Are Changing. And yeah, that one means a lot to me because it was such a transformative period in my life. And when I say, "Are you listening? Are you hearing me?" I'm actually talking to the universe and trying to see if we're making a connection. You know, so this next song that I'm gonna sing is called Magic, and I wrote this when I was working a 9-to-5 job, and I was getting pretty fed up with the daily routine, and my body was hurting, and I was just getting tired, and I figured that there was more to life than just working 9-to-5 all the time. So I wrote this called Magic, and this is what I see in my future, hopefully. So, there it goes. I've been on my 2 feet. My back is turned, my bones are weak. Ooh, I need a break. Do I just leave? Do I do what I believe? 'Cause that would change my everything. Ooh, I need a break. And I can see the bigger picture. No longer working for the mister. I can hear them singing my song. People singing along, and they sound like magic. They sound like magic. They sound like magic. They sound like magic to me. To me. To me. Yeah. To me. I'm sick and tired of making money that will be gone tomorrow. I'm gonna end this ride strong until I prove all of them wrong. And I can see the bigger picture. No longer working for the mister. I can hear them singing my song. People singing along, and they sound like magic. 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 Magic to me. Magic. They sound like magic. They sound like magic. They sound like magic to me.
That song sounds like magic to me.
Because
That
you are
voice.
magic. It's been
Thank
so
you.
long.
I mean,
So
like
long.
the last time we saw a live show was in here. You know, excluding our like we'll have like small gatherings of 5 or 6 people, but like we can't really do a lot now, you know.
Right.
And so in order to like actually have a connection with the arts, we have to watch it from our computers. It's wild. You're doing a really cool video series every Monday, right?
Yeah, so I call this series Magic Mondays, and the reason why I came up with it is because everything is shut down and artists are not we can't play anywhere. So I figured the best place to play is what we have still, and nature. So
Trees
water,
can't get covered.
lakes. Yes, exactly. So yeah, I call that Magic Mondays because I want to make something special for everybody on Mondays, and I do a cover, an original, somewhere magical and mysterious.
I've seen a couple of them. They sound great. They sound great.
Thank you.
You've got your little Scarlet with you, and
Oh yeah, that whole process is pretty insane sometimes, and I feel like I'm gonna drop my computer in the like in the water or the ocean or something.
in a crick.
I need to invest in some stealthy gear.
Well, hopefully, since this is not only just a beautiful production and we're like, so nice to hear music again, this is a fundraiser. And we get to ask human beings that are out there enjoying your lovely, lovely music to donate. So anybody that is thinking about donating and you've ever been to a Jessica Manalo concert and you paid like $10 for it, like same, but different.
I think I've paid you $10 to go to a concert of yours before, Alberta Rose, or Alberta Street Pub.
I think I've tried to
yeah.
like sign my life away to you before.
Yeah.
I think
me
that
too.
last show was with Jenny.
That was the last one.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Dang.
That was a while ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Goodness.
I love that your video series is, like this new way to be creative because we can't get to do what you love to do. Are there any other projects or things that have been birthed from the current time that we're living in that's in a creative way?
I'm honestly just trying to do those videos mostly, and trying to see how much content I could create in this time that we're living in, because I think what better time than now? Like, we're stuck at home, everyone else is stuck at home. This is the best time to just like post, just have content out. Eventually life is going to return to some type of normalcy, but for now, just Magic Mondays, and I'm trying to focus on getting out every song on the EP that I just finished up with Ajay. So yeah, with that just released last week, and then I have 5 more, and I might add a few more on there.
The world is your oyster.
Yeah, the world is your oyster.
Well, do you have another song for us that you'd like to play?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Excellent.
And I love that you made face masks out of that magical song. I think it's a really good idea.
I agree.
Yes.
We're all going to have our face masks like framed 50 years from now. I was like, yeah, that was the mask I wore during the great pandemic and depression and war of
Will you sign my
2020.
face
Will you sign it? It's silver Sharpie. Jeez. I would get one and have it signed.
Yeah, I called it I Am Magic because I think everybody can manifest their own life in the way that they want, and I think everyone has the ability to do that. So
And we
I
need
want
those
everyone to know
reminders
that they are
now.
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And hopefully when
Yeah.
you're walking around with that on your face, people are just like, that's right. I forgot.
I am magic.
I am magic.
I am.
Cool. All right. I think I'll do the new single that just came out.
Oh, heck yeah.
And yeah, that one's called Bedhead. This one's about loving yourself and getting out of anything toxic in your life, and you don't need to be stuck there. So here's Bedhead. Oh, I thought wrong. You could have pegged me for a fool. The way that I'd be missing you. Waiting all day, trying to hear from you. You knew that I'd run back to you. Whatever you want, whatever you like, I'll take care of you. Oh, I thought wrong. I didn't think that I'd be here. My head and heart can't find amends. Get out of my head, get out of my bed. Oh, I thought wrong. I think I'll take a day or two. I have to stop reminding you that I'm always here for you. Oh, I thought wrong. No, I thought wrong. I should have left a time ago. But I kept saying no, 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 no. Just kept wanting more, 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 more. Oh, I thought wrong. I thought I'll take a day or two. I have to stop reminding you that I'm always here for you. Your own.
You know, it's wild. Like that song was almost like a little Phoebe Bridgers-esque because it had like that super soft anger in it at the start, and then but it was overtoned by like this calm riff and like the melodies were happy and everything. Like I get what you mean now. The first time I heard it, I was like humming along in my shower thinking this is a happy song because I couldn't hear the lyrics. And now that I hear it now, it's like whoa,
Like totally just twisted. Like I wanted to come up with like a good, like make people feel good at the same time, but also have like a sense of like overcoming something and make you stronger. Like that's kind of what I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's something to be said, like you feel so strong when you actually do separate yourself from those toxic relationships. Like it is a moment where you can look at yourself and say, wow, I will not do that again.
Yeah.
You know, I'm stronger now.
Right.
So thanks for sharing that song. That's so good.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see what I got here. A lot of the times when I write, I kind of write when I'm overcoming some type of like heartbreak or everything that I write is real and everything that I write is my story. So when I'm singing here, I do get really emotional. I try to like evoke that sometimes. And this next one that I'm gonna sing is called Silence. And this one, a lot of people think it's about love or like with a partner, but this one is actually about my mom. And this one is when we were not super close and I wasn't like super accepted for who I was yet. So this is when I decided to leave and kind of separate myself from my current reality and just kind of let go and just be and see from the outside. And I call this next one Silence. There we go. I've asked for silence from way too long. You get the best of me, but I know I'm not wrong. The pain behind your words and make me fall. I left with good intent, but you know, well, not everybody knows. You might think I'm wrong, I'm selfish, that I'm selfless, darling, I'm lost. You might think I'm stupid, and I give you a little girl, but I'm nothing that you think I am. I found peace in ways that you never know. The truth is I'm pleased and I'm living more than ever had. Life is worth the living. My life is worth the living. You might think I'm wrong, I'm selfish, but I'm selfless, darling, I'm lost. You might think I'm stupid, and I give you a little girl, but I'm nothing that you think I am. Oh. You might think I'm wrong, I'm selfish, but I'm selfless, darling, I'm lost. You might think I'm stupid, and I give you a little girl, but I'm nothing that you think I am. But I'm selfless, darling, I'm lost. You might think I'm stupid, now you're a little girl, but I'm nothing that you think I am. No.
So good.
Man, the bravery it takes to really sing a song like that about your mother, and thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's easy. I mean, how many songs do we hear and we just make up these like backstory narratives of what it could mean, and when you get a little bit of that insight, you're just like, oh, same. Yes.
I say these, I mean, I like to be as raw and as real, because there's other people that are going through these things and they don't want to talk about it. And I figured, you know, like, song, and it's just the best way to express together. And hopefully someone out there who's listening right now can relate to these stories. And the best part about this is, like, me and my mom are actually like really close now, and we're like best friends, and And she knows about this song too.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's part of our mending of the relationship was seeing how she felt or how I felt.
We have to
And,
be honest. I think that's how,
yeah.
like, the vulnerability is the place where you get to connect. Without
sure.
that, it's just like there's no puzzle piece. You have to actually see like what the shape and the texture of someone's true feelings are. Yeah. And I'm truly feeling a lot of feelings because I just so happy to be
There's a
here.
lot
The
of
parent
emotions
songs
going
always
on
get
right
me
now.
too, because it's
Your,
like,
your song about you.
oh geez, just anything about moms and dads, because it's like everyone has one, but also at the same time, like not all of our relationships are perfect.
Most people have that beautiful childhood parent trauma, and that's like one of the deepest seeds that it extrapolates into like other things. But if you peel it all back, it's like, how did your parents treat you?
Like Jacob, why are you the way you are? Daddy issues.
Dad.
Dad, and mom, dad, and stuff.
Well, when we're not all having mommy issues, I'm just like,
Just reach through the door.
something that I am really excited to weave into this show is one, that we get to take these stories and turn them into art and beauty and hope. Two, that we get to have people listening to this show and give us their love and support in the form of donations, which is great. And we have some of those donations, quite a few.
Quite a few, actually. Yeah, good amount.
So let me
Thanks
holla.
everyone out there.
Willow, thank
Willow.
you. Jenna, Blair, Tanner, Gwendolyn, Alex, and Jenny with a extra special. Thank you, Jenny.
Extra special.
I mean, just
with sprinkles on top.
It's amazing, and this is why we're doing it.
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for donating to us, guys. We sincerely appreciate
Seriously.
it. Can't wait to get back to the show with more music tonight. And Jessica, you got a couple more songs for us?
Yeah,
Sweet.
let's do it.
Thanks again for being here, girl.
Yeah.
It's so good to hear you.
I was really excited to be part of this, so thank you for having me.
Well, you're really good at music. So
Was that?
You're really good at music.
Thanks. You
Yeah, It was no big deal.
You're pretty good.
All right. I'm gonna switch up the vibe a little bit
Get it.
and pick it up just a smidge. And this next one is called Record Baby. So everybody at home, if you feel like snapping or whatever you want to feel,
Them
vibe
home
with us.
snappers.
Snappers.
It'll be like 10 seconds in the way.
Is Record Baby. Oh, I swear you got me good. Got my body trembling like a should. Touching your skin of mine. Man, I feel like this is where I should have been. Oh, I swear you played it well. It was real, baby, I could tell. But you struck me in the heart, and that's when everything fell apart. I know the feelings I can't trust. Sweet temptation was enough. But now I know what I don't believe in. But your sweet loving is amazing. Now I see the truth that I can't hide. This love to your touch, it was enough. But now I know what I don't believe in. Your sweet loving is amazing. Ooh. Oh, I think I make the fool out of myself. Was this not worth the guilt that I felt? I think twice and I know I'm in the wrong. But babe, you're on my mind when I sing this song. Now I know the feelings I can't trust. Sweet temptation was enough. Now I know what I don't believe in. But your sweet loving is amazing. Now I say the truth that I can't hide. This love to your touch, it was enough. Now I know is amazing. Ooh, flaming like a record, babe. Your melodies got me crazy. Flaming like a record, baby. Your melodies got me crazy. Flaming like a record, babe. Your melodies got me crazy. Flaming like a record, baby. Your melodies got me crazy. Yes, it did, yeah. Now I know the feelings I can't trust. Sweet temptation was enough. Now I know what I don't believe in. This your loving is amazing. Now I say the truth that I can't hide this. Lust to your touch, it was enough. Now I know what I don't believe in. But yes, your loving is amazing.
So good.
Don't forget, guys and gals and beings of light and love.
They're the evolved human beings.
Yeah.
Not even human. They're just beings of light
Those
and
that
love.
have deeply understood unity consciousness, because that is the future of the world that we're in. We get to co-create our realities together.
That healing segment brought to you by Jenny Jolly.
Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for joining us and just sharing your time
Thank
and
you
space.
so much for having
and
me.
don't forget to donate. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to this little Cam. You aren't donating.
I will tell you the truth. My contacts are messed up right now, and
You're
they are
perfectly behind the
blurred.
camera too.
And so I see. My bad.
Jessica's tapped into the unity consciousness that we are all talking, where the universe talking to itself through each other.
And she's really just feeling her music right now. She's not crying. It's
No,
just,
I'm not crying.
Yeah,
I swear
it's
to God,
just
these
feeling it.
contacts are so
It's the
old.
contact that's happening. Hey, you got one more song for us today
Yes.
in this
Yes, I
opening
do.
set? Awesome.
Cool. Well, this is, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, man, this is our pleasure.
And this is called Far Away from Home. Swansea line is running down my spine. And all this green around me, I think it's gonna kill me. And I just keep on speeding up. My cheeks is red, I see the fire. And I know I'm giving up. The only place my heart desire. And I just give it, then I felt right in my bones. And I remember all the nights my skin grew cold. And then my blood is running low, low and low. And I hit the floor and you're so far away from home. far away from home, far away from home. I took a sip of your red, red wine, drunk out for love in this frozen paradise. And now this time I've been thinking to myself, is it you or is it me that needs his help? Am I lost? Am I lost? What did this cause? What did this cause? Am I losing you? Am I losing you? This can't be true. This can't be true. And I just give it that I felt right in my bones. And I remember all the nights my skin grew cold. And my blood is running low, low and low. And I hit the floor and you're so far away from home. Home. Far away from home. Far away from home. And I haven't lost our faith. And we are one and the same. We've got to be more than our enemy. And it's just her. And it's just her. And I'll just give the thing I felt right in my bones. And I remember all the nights my skin grew cold. And then my blood is running low, low and low. And I hit the floor and you're so far away from home. Home. Far away from home. Far away from home. And I'll just give the thing I felt right in my bones. I remember all the nights my skin grew cold. And then my blood is running low, low and low. And I hit the floor and you're so far away from home.
Whew. Oh my goodness. Jessica, thank you so much for being here at the LoveStream.
Thank you.
Jenny had a question.
Yes.
Before we bid you farewell.
Just because the vibes are crazy and we get to speak and be broadcasted into the faces and hearts of people sitting at home. And so I wanted to ask, is there anything that you are hopeful for right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already hopeful for, honestly, a better world just because I see so many people coming together and fighting all of the negative things that are happening right now. I am hopeful because I see this every day, little by little, just people helping each other and people bringing people's spirits up. And Mayday LoveStream, this is a perfect example of bringing people together and forgetting about the negativity. And yes, I am hopeful, and just as long as we stick together. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, hey, thank you again so much for being out here and playing this music. Before you go, we'd like to introduce our social media corner right back in there. This is Eve. Say hello to the camera, Eve.
Eve in a corner.
If you guys are liking the show, please make sure to comment. If you've donated, to let you know, any donations $25 or higher in this first set are going to get an I Am Magic face mask. Because when you wear it, you turn into a magical fairy. Don't quote me on that. Anyways, it's been our pleasure to bring Jessica to you. Thanks again for being out here.
Thank you so much.
And before we go to our intermission, we have a little special segment. Our poet this evening is a very talented artist. Goes by the name of M5. He's from Eugene, Oregon. So please welcome M5.
Love, you did it again. Come into my life and out like the wind. You sent me to war and left me to fend. Now my heart's bleeding out from the ink of this pen. Fuck love. You must think I'm a joke. I feel like I'm drowning, my pillow is soaked. I stare at the ceiling, these thoughts keep me woke. You picked me to love her, but where was my vote? No love, no more getting involved, no more sharing my feelings, I'm keeping them all. I swear I'll be selfish, I'll put that on God. I'll have 0 assists because I'm hogging the ball. Why, love? Did you do this again? I'm starting to think loving you is a sin. I need a stunt double, or maybe a twin, to take the hit for me right on the chin. Cry, love, because that's all that I do. I'm crying for me and I'm crying for you. I cry because I'm tired of facing the truth. Got no hearts in my hand, so I'm folding my suit. And I'm tired, love. So I'm switching up my pace. I'm always jumping the gun. Got disqualified from your race, so you win, love. And I sit here defeated. You proved your point, highlight a joint, and accept the fact I can't beat it, so I join love. They say, keep your enemies close, well, I'ma hug your ass till it hurts. Pull the knife from under my shirt, cause we're not done, love. Revenge is best served a cold dish, well, I'ma flip the script. You getting roasted. You can mark my words and keep them quoted. So goodbye for now, love, until we meet where we began. When I learned to love, to hate you again. I hear you knocking, begging to let you in. Nice try, love.
The
M5
M5
vibe
was good. Seriously. Wow. I got to see a little sneak peek of that before the show and was blown away. So
Yeah.
took you on a journey.
I'm super lucky. We're super lucky. You guys are super lucky that we get to weave in a little bit more stuff and things this season
It's called art.
of the show. We're going to have more
Art.
art.
Art, Brett.
All right. Speaking of art, doesn't Jacob look so good?
She's so done with me right now.
not
Speaking
yet.
of art, we
have
have some sponsors here that created some really fantastic stuff.
Yeah, Mad Hippie. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about this product and this skincare line. I was doing some research, and let me just read you this really quick. We take our responsibility to the planet seriously, and that's why we're always working to further reduce our carbon footprint and impact on the environment. They utilize bioresin sugarcane tubes. They print with soy inks on FSC certified paper. They give $1 of every web sale to conservation, and they're controlling their downstream waste through a partnership with TerraCycle. I mean, we're in a strange time and moving towards a future where like this is the only way to be. That might sound a little bit dramatic, but to be supported by a company that has these values feels really, really good and feels in alignment. And I just thank you again, Mad Hippie, for supporting the show and for also doing your part to really be an integral player in the game that is commonly labeled as consumerism. So thank you for not only taking care of our bodies, but for taking care of the earth that we are a part of. So that means a lot to us and anybody watching out there. Mad Hippies are shit. And look at their products. I think you can find them most places where you see mad hippies running around buying products.
Anywhere you see dreads, you're going to find Mad Hippie right there.
Yeah, that's definitely the fact.
They smell good. They're using Mad Hippie. Also, a quick shout out to another one of our sponsors, Air Hush, making everything sound excellent out here. We've got our guitar amps put into them. We used to use them as our little barrier between us. But yeah, thank you so much to our
They
sponsors.
just got abused. We just kept spanking them.
We kept slapping. They
So
made a good
inappropriate.
spank. They would make a great
As
sample.
in, like, couldn't even hear it. Mm-hmm. That's what you meant.
It was deep.
And we have some more donations. Thank you so much, by the way. We've got quite a few tonight, and we're getting close to making it through our Survive stage, and we haven't even got to our second artist of the night, which is Thunderstorm Artis. And so, like, thank you for the support. There's so much show left. There's so much art left. There's so much ridiculousness left.
We're going to get weird, guys.
And so, Phil, Jens, and Patrick, thank you for donating, and thank you for watching and for hopefully enjoying the crap out of yourselves wherever you are, but not actually crapping yourselves. And yeah, we have a really cool intermission coming up, and a little documentary snippet from our executive boss, videographer, producer, hardworking man, John
Meyer. John Meyer. He's working on a full-length documentary right now. It's called Tipping Point, and I'll let it explain it for himself, but it's a really fantastic documentary, and we're going to show a little bit of that at this intermission right here. We'll be right back with Thunderstorm Artis right after this.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm John Meyer. I'm the director of photography for the Mayday LoveStream. What you're about to see through today's intermission is an excerpt of my film, Tipping Point. It's a documentary that I shot over this summer, mostly in downtown Portland, sometimes up at Lombard, wherever the protests were. I'm really excited to have this documentary be shared with the world and you, and this is the first little sneak peek even before I've cut a trailer, so enjoy. Thanks.
At the beginning, it was a bunch of marches. A lot of people were coming out, and a lot of people supported it. Marches were happening all over Oregon, like in Eugene, and there'd be in Gresham, and then there'd be some in Portland, and then there'd be 4 in Portland, all happening in different locations. And it was just, it was love, and it was something that I'd never seen before.
Unfortunately, Portland Police Bureau reacted to these protests in a very destructive manner and started using munitions pretty indiscriminately.
I knew 10 days into it, we had a problem because we weren't asking for the right demands. We were saying, say his name, George Floyd. I'm like, okay, that's great. Now, next, what do? Do we eliminate qualified immunity for police officers? Do we terminate police officers who turn off their camera immediately? Do we get rid of the police union? Do we defund them? Do we decrease? What do we do?
There was just a lot of disagreement sort of within the movement itself. Like, what is the proper way to protest?
As soon as the protest started, I was out there, but I wasn't speaking. So my best friend showed up with her kids, and so since we were there, she was just in my ear the whole time. She was like, you gotta speak, you should say something. You know you wanna say something. And I was like, no, but then she's like, I don't wanna leave without you saying something. So I went up there and I spoke, and I guess what just came out of my heart was talking about the election, like talking about voting. And the whole crowd just seemed to be kind of moved after I spoke. I knew my voice was powerful, but like I never thought that I'd be making people cry, like seeing people cry while I'm talking.
I never thought I would ever be able to speak how I feel about my skin tone. And now that it's happening, I am never gonna stop, ever. Because literally I always wish, can I go back to the 60s? Can I go back farther than that? Like, could I go back to when Martin Luther King was marching down those places, like changing history? Okay, we're doing it now. I know it's not the same the way Martin Luther King did it, but this is how we did it.
There will be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges. But that is something that I must say to my people who stand on the warm threshold which leads into the palace of justice in the process of gaining our rightful place.
I don't know Martin Luther King, Reverend Martin Luther King personally. I wasn't around him to know what his personal life was like, but all I know is that he acknowledged God in what he was doing, and he was peaceful, and he pulled people together, and he wasn't about destruction, and he was very clear about that. I got from him that he had a vision and he had a purpose, and it was clearly in his mind, and he started to march towards that. And so a lot of people joined him in that march. He didn't seem to me like he was an opportunist. It seems like he was a man that had a calling on his life that he pursued, and it actually cost him his life.
All that money from the taxes of marijuana goes to the fucking police. Now, imagine this. All the schools that do not have the funds to sit up here and support the youth, all of a sudden, got that tax money. What would happen in a system where it doesn't matter your area code to the amount of money that goes to these schools? What would it be if we stopped funding officers to be in these schools and started putting more money to counselors in these schools? We don't have systems to uplift those without. We only have systems to put those without down.
There was a guy who had a vision. A group of us got together and he was like, we need to change the narrative. And I said, yes, we need to change the narrative. I said, but let's focus on the kids. I said, the kids' voices aren't being heard. And so we actually had the kids holding the banner and we had the kids leading it because we wanted it to be seen, one, as peaceful, but two, that it's about our kids and it's about the future. Honestly, if we don't get it fixed now, I think it's gonna get worse. And so it is now time for us to be able to speak for our students and for our kids so that they can have a better life and a better education. The march that we had, I believe we got maybe at most 10 seconds on the news. And so it's really not about what people are doing. What it's about is what does media want to show.
Who's that? Who's that?
There are 4 layers to protesting, and out of those layers, one of them is rioting. We do need the rioters, and the reason why we need those is because they affect the economy. They're trying to solve it, but you can't solve something that is historically embedded. And we're talking about the Constitution, we're talking about rules. How are we to move forward if we still have rules put in place? We still have systems that are put in place to oppress a certain group of people still today in 2020.
There's been different situations, you know what I mean? Like, I was in a situation where the cops are rushing us and, you know, they're violating the shit out of our rights, and we turn over some dumpsters and we light fires in it, and we basically create like a perimeter. It's like, you know, you stay the fuck away from us. Like, you guys are rushing us with your weapons and everything. You know, I've seen where fires are appropriate. I've seen where it's appropriate and I've seen where it's not.
Just to see that kind of destruction is disheartening. And then on top of that, the defunding issues that are going on, or cutting budgets and things like that, when you're already were running pretty slim as it was, it compounds when you believe that you're doing a service for mankind. And there's a lot of people out there, the majority of officers, who got into the business, into the profession for the right reason, and they continue to want to do well by the citizens of this great city. And so, like I said, it's very disheartening to see what's happening and being displayed on a daily basis.
We aren't going to all agree at a protest. We aren't all there for the same reasons at a protest. And that's definitely something that the media will try to take advantage of if we aren't diligent on letting it be known that there are a bunch of different kind of people at a protest. I see them actually all the time, people who come down and they're mad and they're angry and they're spray painting Black Lives Matter on a building, and it's a bunch of white kids. And I will literally go tell them, how is this for our cause? How is this helping our cause? Oh, because Black Lives Matter. But why does Black Lives matter to you? We don't have the right to be shooting off fireworks at federal buildings. That's not a right that we were given. So that is diminishing our message by doing things like that.
So we're trying to do things the nonviolent way, but I will become petty. And even though I'm nonviolent, I will defend myself, because I believe in self-defense. I don't believe in violence, and there's a difference.
This event has been declared a riot.
At the same time that we're out here doing nonviolent direct action and civil disobedience, we also have to be preparing and organizing ourselves so that we are ready to defend ourselves.
I come from a place where you had to protect yourself. You know, I have my two legs, I'm standing. You approach me, I'm standing.
Why are you gonna do him like that? What are you shooting me for? I'm filming. Get out the front! Shut up! I didn't do anything. I'm filming. I'm allowed to film.
When you see the violence at these protests, it reminds me of the Black Panthers versus the Weather Underground, where the Weather Underground was white anarchists, essentially, that wanted to help with the cause, but didn't know the rules.
Don't just break the windows of some business because it's right there and it's in your face. Like, do your research of the part that you play within this protest and do that.
And does that, whatever you're doing, feed back into what the demands are? And if it doesn't, don't do it.
Introducing AirHush, the world's first and only inflatable, portable, modular sound blocking partition. AirHush features revolutionary inflatable sound attenuation technology, a sound barrier design utilizing captive air construction sandwiched between two brushed aluminum frames. With today's open workspaces, SoundFlow presents a unique challenge. Traditional sound flow solutions are often an afterthought, costly and ill-fitting off-the-shelf applications that block light, lack style, and simply do not perform. Change, however, is in the air. AirHush panels are a fresh, new solution to any soundscape design. AirHush is a design asset contributing to the visual aesthetic of any interior space. At the heart of the patented AirHush system is this inflatable panel, a lightweight, translucent building block designed to block sound while allowing light to flow through. Add-on sound-absorbing pads are available in a variety of colors and textures to complement any design. Lightweight and compact, AirHush panels are shipped deflated, occupying less space and incurring less shipping costs. An AirHush system can be quickly and easily installed by a single person with little more than a cordless drill. The modules quickly disassemble, deflate, and travel with you. AirHush's patented technology provides significant new clean tech innovation. When sound blocking becomes a design consideration, the solution is AirHush. AirHush. Silence is in the air.
Hello?
Hello. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, wow.
That documentary was amazing. Did you see it?
I'm so glad that you called on the hotline to tell me how much you loved the show and how much you loved John's work. It's really important that we could have this conversation.
For real.
Yeah.
I'm blown away and completely floored by that artistic direction right there.
It's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Portland, Oregon is getting a lot. Portland, Oregon.
Words are hard sometimes. Thanks for calling this number. If you guys want to give us a call, make sure to holler at us right here at the Mayday LoveStream hotline, which we have queued up for you at some point in time.
You know, So big props to John for putting together that documentary. I think that was the debut of what anybody has ever seen about that. And I'm personally really, really excited to see the whole thing. And it feels really important to be taking a second look and a deeper look and a more inquisitive look at what's happening here. And to be in relationship with that as we are here creating art and getting to have a platform where we get to have film art and poetry art and music art and the healing arts, which is what we're going to slide right into, which I'm really excited about.
And we're going to do that right now with this little video from our good friend, Patrick.
My name is Patrick Merrill-Celine, offering here a self-healing practice that can accompany you during your day. It's a simple practice that invites in a mind that is attuned to paradox. The breath is the key physical practice here, and I'll provide a little bit of guidance for what to do with your mind. At some point during your day, the chances are there's going to be something that arises where you have a reaction that you notice is challenging for you, or it feels constricting to you, like it's hard to speak, or your spirit is contracting, or maybe you feel shameful or uncertain or afraid. Whatever it is that arises, the good news that I want to share here is that that's perfect. It's the fuel for the fire. It's the raw stuff of your human experience that is is arising to be met with, let's say, a deeper truth or an opposing truth, that if only one of them is taken, it lacks a depth or it lacks a fullness to it. So whatever arises, if it's in the negative category, is half of the equation. So you're doing great. When you notice this arise in your life, this practice of paradox starts here, just with the recognition that something has arisen that is challenging for me. The practice here in this moment is to bring a hand or two hands, maybe you like a hand on your chest as well, but have a hand in your belly and start your breath deep in your belly, and allow the stomach and the nerve clusters around your stomach to awaken and begin to digest whatever the difficult circumstances. So when we breathe here into our belly, we're activating our parasympathetic nervous system, which is different than the channel of our nervous system that we tend to operate from throughout the day. So as we tune back by breathing into our belly, into the parasympathetic, we start to perceive from a place of peace, from a place of clarity, from a place of presence. As we place awareness on our breath and breathing this way, whatever the negative event or trigger or reaction that arose in our day is starting to be digested, and more space is being created for us to perceive from paradox. So we're halfway there. Now the consideration after your breathing is to ask yourself what the miracle opposite of that reaction was. So we'll call the first one a reaction, and this is the response. This is the response we want to have. This is the affirmation we want to live in. This is the consciousness we want to see from. And so for me, if I was feeling unsupported and I was acting out of that and getting all cranky, and I noticed that and I wasn't feeling good, I would pause, I would breathe, and then I would come back to this and ask myself what the miracle opposite of this is. So for me, the opposite of not feeling supported in my life would be, I trust that I'm fully supported. It's the exact opposite. And so breathing into this new affirmation is the second part of the paradox practice. So I'm fully supported in my life. I invite you to tune in as you're breathing or practicing this now or throughout your day, to feel into the quality of well-being that you're creating by just pairing present moment awareness with a deep diaphragmatic breath, and notice the shift in consciousness this creates. As you start to cultivate this practice, you're literally gathering everything that could potentially be difficult or challenging in your life and pairing it with the paradoxical opposite that eventually will become the channel of consciousness that you'll tend to prefer. Knowing this is half of the equation, I now have an opportunity to invite in a way of seeing that opens myself and opens up my relationships to experience this deeper state of paradox of well-being. So that's the practice. My encouragement is to be gracious with yourself as you settle into this practice, and let it be simple, let it be playful, and just know that you're loved and you're supported, you're already whole. Thank you for being a part of this community.
Mayday, 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 LoveStream.
That is exactly what I needed. Thank you, Patrick, for sharing your gift.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Mayday Love Stream. If you're just tuning in right now, this is a live broadcast right from the Hallowed Halls studio in Portland, Oregon, the city of roses. We just had Jessica Manalo play an opening set tonight. She is a fantastic soul singer from Portland. If you donated $25 in the first set, you're going to get a I Am Magic mask. And our next act tonight, our headliner, is no slouch. This gentleman is a part of a musical family. He grew up doing it, and he has written some incredible songs. You may have seen him on The Voice last year. Please welcome to the Mayday Love Stream, Mr. Thunderstorm Artis.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Man, Jessica really set the mood, so I'm gonna try to follow up with something. This song's called Freedom. It goes like this. I wish we all could see just eye to eye. I wish we hadn't lost the will to try. I wish we all could see each other's sides. Strolling down the avenue, I wonder how I make it through this time. They're asking me what's left to do, but let me think it over, baby blue. And maybe it was easy to turn the other eye, to hide myself from danger, so it's me who will survive. Lord, I beg forgiveness for those who left behind. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. I'm singing now, freedom, freedom is a mindset, baby. Don't you let it drive you crazy. Don't you let it change who you are. I'm singing now, freedom, freedom is a mindset, baby. Don't you let it drive you crazy. Don't you let it change who you are. They say the change is on the way, but how am I supposed to wait, my dear, when the ones I love to live in pain? Oh, let's talk it over, let's talk it over. You say it's me who is the guilty, but you did the crime, and tie me up in shackles and drag me through the night. Lord, please hear your child. I need you by my side. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. I'm singing now, freedom, freedom is a mindset, baby. Don't you let it drive you crazy. Don't you let it change who you are. I'm singing now, freedom, freedom, freedom is a mindset, baby. Don't you let it drive you crazy. Don't you let it change who you are. I wish we all could see just eye to eye. Wish we hadn't lost the will to try. I wish we all could hear each other's sighs. Hope y'all enjoyed that one. And I hope you guys enjoyed that song, man. That one's called Freedom. It's a new one I've been working on. And yeah, I'm gonna go into an older one here, keeping in the soul vibe for just a little longer. This one's called Just Like an Angel. It goes a little like this. Oh, tell me now what to do and what to say. Looking out, live my life so all afraid. Scared to find a reason deep inside that I can call my own. And people say the grass is greener on the other side, but I know the world will surely feed you lies. Since a kid, what the one deep inside your heart and mind. But late inside tonight, I sit alone looking out upon a summer sky. And in my cold and dark little room, singing out a simple lullaby. Won't you take my hand, help me understand? Was it the goal, what did the say? Cause life is not a game that I played, and not a simple song that I sing alone. Not a simple song that I sing alone. No. Oh, and mama says, son, won't you stop, take it slow. She say, there's some months of life here you have yet to know. And you don't have to go chasing after stars, leaving your heart is covered with scars. She say, life is not a game that you played alone. But just like an angel fell down from heaven, I keep on searching for where to get back home. Get back home again, my dear. Oh, get back, get back, get back home again. Oh, yeah. But constantly we sit alone and really cast a blame. We're looking at back at the bone of the world and wish that it could change. But if we can't just find the truth inside our heart and soul, we watch this world as it slowly turns from hot to cold. But can I take in just a moment just to reach my hand? I take it a second, a minute, and day to stop to understand. But life is truly more than that, it's more than what I had to try. I sit alone inside the night to sing a lullaby. But can I really tell you why? Boy, taking it up and then taking it down. Looking at back at this life we frown, but can't we find this love inside this life we build on solid ground? Cause life is really more than that. It's more than fairy tales and dreams that we're hurt inside. But can I really say, just tell me now what is left to say? Cause lately, darling, I'm living life afraid. But oh, take me by the hand and walk me down this road, and life was simply made of it. But just like an angel fell down from heaven, I keep on searching for where to get back home. Thank you.
Just pull that rapping right out of a hat, man. That's so cool, man. He's like, yeah, I'm a soul singer, but I can rap. That was amazing, man. Both of those songs you brought in are like definitely like that's the kind of music that I want in my day to day and I listen to. So it's seriously,
AKA,
really
can we have
songs.
you forever?
Forever.
Can we keep you?
You're like your little genie in a bottle.
That's right.
We'll have to fight Faith for that.
If you were a genie, if you can be your own genie, what would you wish for right now?
Good question.
Boom.
To be able to speak every language in the world.
Ooh.
Singing French would be dope. Just
Okay,
think about
if
it.
you had to choose
Bridging the
between
gap.
speaking every language in the world and playing every instrument in the world fluently, what would you choose?
Ooh. That's a difficult one, but I would say instrument because I would really love to play violin or cello. You know, I was just watching this really good movie the other day on the plane, and it was just like, it was The Song of Names, I think is what it was called, and there's just a song in there this guy plays on the violin that just rings my heart.
Well, it's interesting that, speaking languages and playing instruments, music is what do they call it, the universal language. And as some of us know, you've played music for a long time with a large family, doing all the things. And how many instruments have you played over the years?
Ooh, that's a tricky question because, like, how many instruments have I played or how many instruments am I good at? I've played a lot of instruments.
You get to decide how you want to answer that.
I've played my family used to just collect instruments. Like, we had timpanis, we had timbales, we had congas, we had bongos, we had cellos, we had violins, trombones, French horns, trumpets. I mean, everything you could think about it. My mom would always just go to a music store and it'd be like a candy shop. She'd bring something new home. But yeah, as far as the instruments, man, I think there's about 7 or 8 that I devoted some time to. And it was really cool because I think every instrument has something really special to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one instrument I wish I was good at was drums for sure. So, yeah, I feel like drummers are usually some of the best musicians because their timing is just on.
They're always
Really
late to
good.
the show, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, they've got other issues, but their timing's really good. But yeah, man, thanks so much for being here and sharing your gift. Quick shout out to our donations tonight too. We got four recent donations just right now. We got Salt, Michelle, Kip, and Molly. Thank you so much for your donations to the show. Once more, we are funded 100% by donations. So thank you so much for
We're almost
your
there.
donation.
We're almost out of the survive stage, but we gotta keep
Almost
pushing.
surviving.
Keep pushing the love stream.
You got another song for us, bro?
Oh, of course, man. Yeah, once again, man, you guys are watching this stream, man. If you're enjoying it, be sure to share it. Brings the people around here. I'm gonna play a song that I got to play on The Voice this past season. It was a lot of fun to share an original song. This one goes a little like this. All my bags are packed, I've gotta go. Find myself on some fallback road. But I know you won't be missing me when I'm gone. When I'm gone. I wanna lose myself on the mountain range. Nothing to quench my thirst but the pouring rain. But I know you won't be missing me when I'm gone. When I'm gone. And oh, so torn. And oh, so torn. And oh, so torn. And oh, so torn. Coming home. Coming home. Home to you. Home to you. Mother bows her head to pray at night. Lord, she's praying she can make it right. You know she hates it when I fight on my own, on my own. But oh, so torn. No, so torn. No, so torn. No, so torn. Coming home. Coming home. Home to you. Thank you.
Oh my God.
I could feel Jacob's heart breaking from
Well,
over here.
I don't know. I've kind of like, okay, so since I met you, I've been listening to that song on repeat. It's just like, it's a really good song, man. So you should be really proud of that one. So it's beautiful. You made me feel emotions. So.
Oh man, that means a lot.
Yeah.
I took a video of you watching him.
That'll be on the
Slow-mo.
the B-roll. Yeah, I gotta ask you, you are a really good songwriter, and that song in particular definitely comes from a place of pain and hope at the same time. And I'm curious, what's the story behind Sedona? Do you have family there, or is it?
No, man, it's actually pretty interesting. I
Because-
actually just went to Sedona for the first time about a week ago. But it's actually pretty cool. I was sitting in the hotel actually doing The Voice and was writing this song. And there was a magazine there that had Sedona on it. And that's how it became the chorus of the song. But what inspired me is I'm a huge fan of the mountains. The reason I moved here to Oregon. A lot of people growing up in Hawaii love Hawaii for its beaches, which are amazing. But I love Hawaii for its mountains and the strength that it represents. And so it's always been a place that I like to escape to and to kind of really find myself. And so when I was writing the song and Sedona was there, it just really gave me the image for the creation that I was trying to create.
That's like the song for the city of Sedona now. Like it needs to be that. Need to call the mayor and be like, I have a song for you.
It's going down. Hey, if you know the mayor of Sedona, have him reach out to me.
My parents are moving there in a few months, so never know what'll happen.
Amen to that.
Do you have another song for us?
Oh, I always got more music, man.
Glad
Writing
that you're
music
here in
is
the Portland community now, though.
Yeah.
Writing music is always a lot of fun, man, and being able to share it is even more fun. As long as the song is a good song.
What's the last show you played?
That's a good
The last
question.
show I played, that's a good question. I actually played my friend's wedding in Omaha, Nebraska. Actually, Lincoln, Nebraska. Me and my wife flew out there. She was a good friend of mine. We met in Hawaii, and they were getting married there. And my first time in Nebraska was pretty cool, and that was probably the last time I played an actual show in front of people, but I've been making a lot of recordings from home, like most musicians out here in the world. But I'm gonna keep it in this little moody vibe just for a little longer. I'm gonna do this song that I was singing out earlier for sound check. It's called Please Don't.
Please do.
Please don't believe that it was all your fault. I know that it's what you found as I begin to slip away. And you shout your voice inside the dead of night, hoping to make it right for all the sums of your mistakes. But if I let you close, I end up hurting you the most. And you're the only reason that's keeping me. So won't you stop believing and in the man that's deep inside? You're the only reason I'm fine. So say you won't let me go. Say you won't let me go, let me go, let me go. And daylight, show me what is and is mine. Won't you help me get some peace of mind? Ooh. Satellite, help me navigate when I'm going blind. Won't you really show me what this is in mine? Ooh. But say you won't let me go. Say you won't let me go, let me go, let me go. Thought that maybe I was strong. I thought I had the strength to go on. Show me where it all went wrong. Show me where my life was strong. Show me how to turn my lane around. Show me how I'm meant to care. Show me how you've just been there. Won't you really take me on my own? But I shout my voice inside the dead of night, hoping to make it right for all the sons of my mistakes. So please don't believe that it was all your fault. I know that is what you thought as I begin to slip away. Thank you.
Taking us on a trip, man.
Yeah. I hope you guys are having a sweet, beautiful, heartfelt moment at home as well. This feels like such a safe, tender place to be on Tuesday in the middle of progressively more uncertain realities. And this is such a gift. And thank you, everyone who's watching. Thank you, everybody who's donated. Thank you, Thunderstorm and Jessica. This is just so soothing and medicinal. And your music just reminds me of like what love can do. I believe in it so much.
Love sounds like Thunderstorm and Jessica.
It's true.
That's what it sounds
it's
like.
It's true. Yeah. I bet you someone on the other end on the screens is falling in love right now.
I am.
Like someone's on their first date and they just happen to find this on the internet and they're like, oh, I like you. And then they're like,
It's probably
sure
his
that-
wife. It's probably his wife
Right.
that's falling in love with him.
yeah, which is good too.
Yeah. I wish we could announce that you're single, but unfortunately not. So, well, fortunately not, I should say.
Fortunately not. Like, we can announce that it's happening. It's
Yeah.
just that I don't want to let people down by giving them a release date and then it doesn't, drop then. But it's going to drop pretty soon. I'm actually pretty excited about it.
Oh, I was talking about your wife and being
Oh.
single.
Woo! Jacob.
That was a moment.
Oh.
So the release date.
The release date, yes, I'll be released from this. No, I'm not going to say that. No, the wife is back home.
We are professional foot and mouth specialists.
Yeah.
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 So if you could open up for any artist, who would it be?
That's a good question. Because it's like, man, there's definitely people who are like legends out there, you know what I mean? They would be epic to open for it. But actually, there's a couple artists that I really genuinely love. I mean, if I got the opportunity to open for Passenger, that would be like a dream come true. Like, I know all of that guy's songs, or even a guy like J.P. Cooper. It'd just be, I'd be floored.
Wait a little longer.
Yeah.
He's really good. That guy made me cry with that song. I
Yeah.
was listening to it on Spotify. I was like lying on my chest and my phone. I'm like, yeah, this song's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
He just dropped that new one. It's like, I was in peace, and I was in pieces. Like, it's just,
that's good.
yeah. He's got some songs, man. It's just like,
Do you ever like listen to an artist and just get jealous because they wrote a song before you could?
I honestly said that to my wife this morning. I was like, this song sounds like I should have wrote it. And I was like, I'm so upset that he wrote this song before I did. I just need a time machine. I'm going to go back in time and write all these songs and then get all the copyrights from it once people release them,
That's what the movie Yesterday is about.
Yeah,
where
true.
Beatles never existed. Well, we'd love to hear another song from you, sir.
Oh, man, for sure. I'm going to tell you guys an interesting fact. I never make it set list. It's always really fun. But I was trying to make a set list early before this set, and then I was sitting back, then I heard Jessica, and I was like, forget my set list. I'm just going to do something. So I'm going to do this other song. It's another new one. It's called You. It's unfinished, but I like it, so I'm going to play it. Goes like this. Love's not a word that I can hear before. But when I heard it spoke, all I heard was noise. I hid my heart singing covers by scars. I use the words to hide my scars. Some taught me love of life, some showed me sacrifice. Few led me by the hand, told me stop and be a man. Some spoke of better days, some said that we're still slaves. Won't you take me by my hand? Won't you show me where to stand? But you taught me love, you taught me loving, but you taught me loving, you taught me loving, my loving I travel the world but on my own. I called a string but you knew I was wrong. And in the nights when I'm feeling alone, it's your voice that feels like home. Thank you.
Your face is glowing when you sing that song.
Oh,
I just love watching you smile and just light up with what
love.
must have been moving through you at that time, and to see how present that is for you now.
Yeah. You and Faith got married this spring.
Yeah,
Right.
we married on Good Friday.
That's right.
Yeah, she is a rad human being, and it's really cool to see your partnership and your support system in general around this area. So you got a good crew out there.
Oh, thanks, man.
Jenny?
How long have you been living in Portland now?
Well, we moved here beginning of COVID, so I want to say some point.
Good timing. Great timing.
If you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit about your experience with the political weather and the social justice uprising and revolution that we're a part of, and particularly maybe how that's being witnessed by you as a Portlander now.
Man, yeah, actually, it was really cool because being out here, being in Hawaii in the prior years when a lot of kind of, social change like this has been going on, it doesn't really reach the island. So you read a lot about it on the media, and you kind of see it all through, and the media does a good job at showing the parts they want to show. But actually being here and getting to experience some of it, I actually went out to one of the marches here and just got to stand side by side with some of the people and hear, me being an African American, knowing this stuff and growing up with it, but it's cool to hear other people's battles, other people who are searching for answers and struggling in different areas, and just a struggle that we all face as humankind, you know what I mean? But what I've experienced, man, is the fact that people want change, and people don't want to, wait for that change to come. They want that change now, and it's totally possible for that change to happen. But as I learned from an old wise man, he told me a story about this boy. He's walking on the beach, and there's a bunch of starfish just lying there. And this little boy is throwing one starfish one after another into the water. And this guy comes out and he says, dude, like, you're never going to be able to get all of them back in the water. You're supposed to, like, well, if I can make a difference in one person's life, that's all that matters. And I think that's the kind of change we all need to see. As long as we can bring about that change to everyone who come encounter with, we'll be able to share that love and the life that we're trying to emote. And I think, man, we're going to see a greater world than when one day when I have kids and they start growing up, they don't have to worry about the stuff that me and my parents had to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, I honor that truth of it really starts on this interpersonal connecting with one person at a time, and how we engage in those relationships does end up like fractaling out and changing the world. And we all want to see change on this big scale, but it starts here.
Yeah.
You know, really. And where are those babies at? Looking to change the world. Come on now.
They will come
to work.
In time.
He's got a lot of siblings. He doesn't need that right now.
Well, man, we believe, man, when the time is right, that's when the baby will be here. But until there, man, I'm just going to get to know my wife even more and more, and we're just going to learn what it looks like to live life together.
This guy's a rock star now. He's got to travel the world for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing your truth. That's something that's really important to us here. As you know, having a platform is a privilege, and sharing the truth about everybody's points of view and everybody's feelings. It's so easy to assume how other people are interpreting our realities that we're sharing. So thank you for sharing and for showing up and just blessing us with your music. We have a beautiful segment on this, and we're trying to weave this in to the show every week as well. Saida Wright is going to bless us with a little segment around some social justice and some truth speaking.
I encourage non-persons of color, or white people, or Caucasian, whatever you want to call them, to check your conversations. Check the people that you're around. You know, it's those private conversations. It's those conversations around the dinner table. It's those racist remarks that your uncle made that you just let go. It's the prejudices that, I mean, we all have prejudice that we need to pluck out. And the truth is that even as a black woman, I have seen stereotypes of black men that make me have certain thoughts towards, if I see a group of African American men just gathered, my first thought is not they're just hanging out. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's ingrained in the fabric of everything that we see and how we relate to the world, that black men are not enough, or that something's wrong with them, or that just looking at them, they're dangerous. And, you know, and that black women are objectified, that we're only good if we're on our backs. It's ridiculous. And unfortunately, it has been hammered into the psyche of not just white people, but America in general. Asian people. It doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, where you come from, what your background is. Around the world, how they think about African American men and women is disgusting, because all they see is TV and caricatures. That's what the world sees. They don't see people, humans, who bleed like you do, who have families like you do, who have dreams and hopes and aspirations, who have, you know, religion, who have God, who pray, who cry. See me.
Yeah.
I am you.
That's right.
I'm your mother. I'm your sister. I'm your auntie. I'm your daughter. You peel this skin away, I am you. You are me. So like you said, if you don't see you laying on that ground crying for air, something's wrong. And I love you all. As much love as possible do I send to the people who are in pain, who were raised in sickness, who were raised in mental health issues, who were taught and bred to hate. I pray for you. I love you. Because it's a miserable way to be. is a terrible way to relate to the world. I love that I can sit in the room with my brothers and my sisters and just feel joy. Just see people. Just see friends. Kindness, smiles. We can cry together, we laugh together. That's what we deserve. That's what we deserve. Every day. So, not just Portland, to the world. I love you all. Let's figure out how to overwhelmingly live in love and consciousness.
Mayday.
Mayday, LoveStream.
That is such a blessing to hear those words. I've watched that video numerous times on my own time, and I've sent it off to my family. Because in any big family, you've got a little disagreements here and there, and just the idea to check your privileges, the conversations you have when you're amongst your own tribe, your own people, is like it's truly amazing to just be aware of what you talk about, like just over coffee, And so, I feel super blessed that we were able to have those words on the show.
Yeah, and what Thunderstorm was speaking about, just this level of coming back to like our true human nature, which I really think is kindness, which I really think is love, and all this other stuff that we've accumulated is just extra baggage that really isn't like the core of who we are as humans on this planet, and it feels really important to. I mean, we're going to need reminders all the time, I think, and that's okay. I think that's what hopefully this show is trying to convey. That's what music is trying to convey. That's what the person who's honking at you because you're going 5 under, not that anybody actually drives that slow, but, just we have all these little moments in the day where we are being given the opportunity to choose to be the person that we want to be and to choose the future that we want to see. And, I mean, this show, as an example, it's a community powered, art piece, and it can't happen without your support. And I'm noticing something during the past few months that like voting with our dollar is really, really profound. And it's such a simple a thing, but I mean, teachers and schools and all of these institutions are closing because they're just no longer becoming necessary. And I'm so grateful for the live stream reality, but the arts are at risk to be forever transformed, and I really would love to see art keep happening, and that's only made possible if you, the viewers, are choosing to be here with us and supporting us in this vision and in our ridiculousness and in the beauty and in the emotions and all the things. Yeah. So thank you for everyone who has donated so far, and everybody who's just maybe you can't donate. These are really, really tough times. And sitting here with your hearts open and just sharing the space with us, that's more than enough as well.
Thank you. If you guys can't vote with your dollar, you can also vote. You can also just vote. Just vote. And go out and make the change that you want to see happen in this world happen. There's a program called Next Up Oregon, and they register individuals to vote. I used to work with them when they were called the Bus Project back when I was in college. And they go around, they register people to vote. You can find them on nextuporgan.org. They're our partner next month as well. But we got to register to vote now. So register to vote, and tell your friends to vote.
One more time.
Vote.
We got some donations also, by the way. Jane and Catherine. Might be Catherine. I'm notoriously fantastic for just botching people's names. Janathan. Thunderstorm. Just kidding.
Oh, you sound German.
Yo, Thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm Artis. Without further ado, we'd like to welcome Mr. Thunderstorm back up on the Mayday LoveStream. with some
And we're
more
a little
music.
ahead of schedule, by the way, my friend. So
We might have an extra
if you
song or
feel
two in there
like
for you.
telling us any fun facts, or if you have any good jokes, or any prayers, or any critiques, maybe we'll save those for later.
Crazy family stories.
Oh, critiques. I got a lot of them.
Right, y'all.
Mostly about myself. I'm my own worst critic.
You?
As are most artists, man.
Cut that out, man.
Well, he's
Say
got
again?
good taste.
Cut that out.
I'll try.
Okay, thanks. I believe you.
Yeah, man. Little story. Fun facts. This next song I'm gonna play is actually a little bit about it. So, most people know I'm a Christian. I grew up in church. I grew up being a worship leader at my church and doing different mission trips. I've been to Mexico, the Philippines, Brazil, and done a lot of mission work in Hawaii. But there was a time when I think a lot of people, whether you're Christian or not, you can relate with, is when you start doing things and you slowly start to lose the purpose. More so start to rely on your own strength and your own power, and then you get burnt out. And I think we can see that in a lot of ways of our life, and this song's a little bit about that. This one's called The Prayer. And it goes like this. I have been a stranger to your church and the pews where I used to pray. And I have been addicted to my sin in my pain from olden days. In my family, in my friends, they can see how much I've changed. So I sit here in this room and admit to my past mistakes. But can I have one more day to stay? Can I have one more chance to change? With your cross inside my hand, on my knees, Lord, I pray. Lord, forgive me for my pride and my wants and my selfish ways. 'Cause you alone have seen me trapped alone in darkness, wishing I could find hope and praying I could stop this. And Lord, I need you, and free me from the cold inside. But can I have one more day to stay? Can I have one more chance to change? Can I have one more? Can I have one more? Yeah. So can I have one more? Can I have one more? 'Cause I had been a stranger to your church in these pews where I used to pray.
Oh man, I'm definitely taking on a journey there. Like there's you know what? There's a lot of not shame, but there's guilt attached to that song. And it's like beautiful, like recognition and acceptance of like your own mortal coil. And I just think that anything that takes a look at yourself, because most songwriters, we write about like love, we write about like our parents, family, but like when we write about our own self spirituality and our own relationship with God, even like those songs are the hardest that I've found to write, because we are just it's hard to be vulnerable. It's hard to be real, man.
Yeah.
So no, thanks for sharing that song. It's really, really special.
My pleasure, man. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. And I hope all you guys out there are enjoying it as well.
How has your spirituality kind of guided or maybe even supported you musically or in the times as of late? I mean, it seems like there is a pretty strong river of faith and love flowing through you. And I don't want to omit that experience here.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, so, man, I've been through a lot of stuff, to play it short, in my life. If it wasn't for my faith, I don't know how I would have made through any of it. If it wasn't for my faith in this guitar here, it really brought me through a lot of stuff. It gave me hope. I think hope is so important. When you're without hope, you're lost. When you're without purpose, everything around you seems meaningless. And so my faith, my religion, man, gives me that purpose and gives me that focus. But it also shows me that life is bigger than me. You know what I mean? It's bigger than, I heard a saying, it says, I'm living life for a generation that I'm never going to see.
Whew.
And
Got tinglies.
that humbled me, because it's like I get to pave the way for, not just talking about my family, but like a generation of someone else's family, that like the change that different people in my life that I've looked up to made, and that I'm able to sit here and, I'm able to vote. I'm able to make a change in this world. You know what I mean? I'm able to sit up here and play my instrument, sing these songs, and because of the battles of people that I may never know their names. And that's just really cool, because the Bible, I think, is something really special, because it's a record of somebody who did walk that walk. You know what I mean? Someone who did set a really amazing example of how we should live, and not just the beauty of it, but also the challenges. And so like even like being on The Voice and whatnot, the whole thing, it was, praying a lot, being surrounded by other Christian brothers and sisters, or not just Christian brothers and sisters, but brothers and sisters of all walks of life. It's a beautiful thing. I think we all need to tie into one another. There's a beauty. We all got a different piece of a puzzle of life, man, and I think that's a cool thing. So to answer your question, yeah, my faith is a big part of who I am, and I heard this saying. It was this rapper, this guy named NF. I love him. He said,
so good.
Yeah, so but he said, I'm not a Christian rapper. He says, I'm a Christian who raps, because I was a Christian first. And I love that, because my relationship with God is who I am, and this craft I do here is just something I do, and it's just a vehicle for that to be shown a little bit more.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for showing up so fully.
It'd be kind of awkward if you didn't show up.
We'd be talking to ourselves. Well, we could probably do that, but it's nobody would watch.
That's
or donate.
The JJ podcast later on.
Speaking of,
if you want to hear some more music from Thunderstorm tonight, please make sure to check in right here to our donation station.
Tell them about that donation station.
All aboard!
We've got a few tiers we got to hit right now. We're surviving, and once we survive, we move on to thriving. And after we thrive, we get to provide back into our community and support people like these artists, the Hallowed Halls, and just a really, really, really beautiful place.
And that happens after we provide.
And after we provide, it's a surprise.
Surprise.
Nobody knows what's going to happen.
Nope. And
it's a surprise.
You never
it's a tiger.
will.
We're letting a tiger into the studio.
Off leash. We do have some donation shout outs. Thank you guys so much for supporting Thunderstorm, for supporting the show, for supporting Hallowed Halls. Kathy and George, who's actually, fun fact, we haven't really spoken about this yet. We're offering these VIP experiences this season. Now that the old pandemic is allowing us to have more than 5 people in a room, we're opening up the Hallowed Halls for 2 guests per show, socially distanced, highly sterilized and managed, to sit in the studio with us and have a private concert. They get a bottle of wine, they get to enjoy each other's company, they get to sit over there in these chairs and have a private concert.
Why are their chairs so much more comfortable than ours?
It's fine.
Oh my
We're going to talk about that
gosh.
later.
Okay.
But we're having these VIP experiences, and I think that this was birthed from a place of just knowing how lucky we are to actually be consuming live music. Nobody's really, I mean, there's been like a lot of yard concerts and all the things, but as we move into fall, it's going to be a lot harder to experience what we get to experience, and I feel so lucky to be part of this crew. So we're offering this to the public, and if you want to buy a ticket and be a VIP for any of our shows this Tuesday until December-ish, let us know. We're going to be announcing the artists coming up, and you can be in this seat and enjoying a beautiful concert. You can cry all you want. You just can't make noises because it's a live recording. There are some rules here, but yeah, we're really, really, really excited to offer this, and it's just really cute. And if you got that like one sweetie pie, you've been trying to, figure out how to impress them, be like, yo, we're gonna go get serenaded by Thunderstorm Artis, and they're gonna be like, oh my god,
oh my god,
that's what they're gonna do.
I almost did that tonight. I was on it. It's also bring your own wine, and is it bring your own wine?
There's wine here.
There is wine.
There's wine
We had
provided.
wine.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
get wine.
have a bottle of wine for you.
You get wine.
And every time you take a drink, we're gonna sanitize your hands for you.
Mm-hmm. For you, we have multiple sandy wipes.
The wine's actually gonna be sanitized. I think our producer is hinting towards a sanitation video party.
Cleaning with our fresh Mayday LoveStream.
It's like washing hands out of the table.
Hand sanitizer.
We're going to get back to the music because that's what we're here to do. And before we do, one more donation shout out. Thank you so much, Cole. Love that.
$50.
Love you. And thank you for, this is it. We want to do this. We want to keep bringing this heart and this tender, beautiful / hilarious show to you, but we need your help. And hopefully you're loving it. And if you're not, you can leave a comment on Jacob's personal Facebook page with any critiques.
Mm-hmm.
So
I really need them. I
Yeah.
can grow. Be mean, please.
All right, Thunderstorm, show us that we love feeling things again.
Thank you all for watching and also for supporting. That's really cool because we need more of this kind of stuff in the world. I'm going to play this song that's one of my sister's favorites of mine that I've written. It goes a little like this. songs with the midnight sun. We talked about the life we lived before, even though it's dead and gone. Now I hold my friends all locked inside. When the night comes rolling through, I'm running with the wolves in the dead of night, singing songs with the midnight sun. Show me where it's left to go. Show me where it's left to go. Singing, oh, running with fools. I'm running with the wolves in the dead of night, singing songs to the midnight sun. We talked about the lives we lived before, even though it's said and gone. Now I hold my friends all locked inside. When the night comes rolling through, and I'm running with the wolves in the dead of night, singing songs of the midnight sun. Show me where it's left to go. Show me where it's left to go. Show me where's left to go. Show me where's left to go.
Dang, man. That's so good. I'm going to say that like 50 times.
I think that's all there is to say. Maybe just like, so good, more songs.
So good. So good.
What's the, how do I say it? It's like the most radical or beautiful or obscure compliment you've ever gotten on your music?
I think probably the best compliment or the coolest compliment I ever got was on The Voice, actually.
Yeah?
Blake Shelton said it. He said, "You sound like an angel who smokes." I was like, that's a pretty cool compliment.
Yeah.
I don't think you smoke, though, do you?
I don't smoke.
It's not about that.
I used to scream a lot. So
Okay.
I got a raspy voice.
The same thing.
Thanks, Blake Shelton. I'll try to think of a really ridiculous one before the show's over.
I actually think it's not about what he said, but it's about the fact that Blake Shelton said it. More.
Well, that implies that he knows what angels who smoke sound like.
He's a country singer. Of course he does.
That's all he does.
That's all he does. Oh, my angels smoke a lot of food.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, I have to think about that. No, man, I actually, I did talk about vulnerability, but I don't necessarily always remember the compliments that I get. I more so get focused on the shortcomings and the things I need to work on. I don't know if that's a healthy mentality, but I think it's a mentality that I try to strive after sometimes. It's always good to look for where you need to grow.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you, like any plant in the world, once you stop growing, you start to wither. So.
Yeah. And just to learn how to receive a compliment. A friend here who's watching, Catherine Riker, she taught me at a few summers ago. I don't remember what the compliment was because that just became so not what we were talking about. But you're something along the lines of like, "Oh, you're so beautiful and kind." And she's like, "I am." And it's like, oh, just to give somebody a compliment and to have them fully receive it was so beautiful. And like, if we're all actually fully receiving the compliments that we're giving each other, we would probably compliment each other very differently and with a lot more reverence. you know, because it's like, hey, I like your hair. And I was like, oh. But if people really took to heart the things that we were saying to them, especially like in the compliment realm, it's like, man, one, we'd be doing it all the time. Just like little love bombs into people's hearts. But to fully receive that, like, thank you. Yes, I am amazing. Just like, like
just like, wow, you look great today. I know.
Yeah, that just taught me so much about how much people are trying, especially as an artist, people are just trying to give you so much love. And can you like really receive all that? It's a tricky thing.
Like, I think the same way you do, but in a different way. My dad used to challenge me. I think it was my dad who used to challenge me. He said, you know, the next time you walk to, or someone walks up to you and asks you, how are you doing? Like, or when you ask them, like, ask them that, but sit there and wait for the response. And then genuinely talk to them. Because I think even the word or the thing, how are you doing, such a passing phrase nowadays.
But it's a huge question.
It's a huge question.
It's a gigantic question.
Deep. How are you doing? Well, it's been a day. We're going to go into that. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, ask somebody that. Sometimes, like if you ask a question though, you gotta mean it. You gotta have the intention behind it. So, you know, when I ask people like, you know, how was your day? Like, how are you doing? I do find myself definitely falling into the fact that sometimes I'll say it like kind of and not mean it. You know?
Oh yeah.
And so I think
I feel like that from you all the time.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Wait. Is that a compliment? I know.
What?
I know.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, but like I think that there is something that your pop said is like you gotta intend, if you are wanting to ask that question, like intend to respond and listen. So man, I that's really cool.
Yeah. One thing I'm trying to strive after is not to say anything without real intention. If you know what I mean. It was actually pretty cool. It's a part of the story of how me and my wife met and started our relationship. Like we were in the car and she pretty much told me all the things that were on her heart. And she's like, so what do you think? And I was like, well, I'm someone who doesn't respond just abruptly. I have to think because I don't want to say anything without intention. And then I went home and then she sent me a long message. And then I was like, okay, sweet, I'm going to call her and we're going to talk. But yeah, I think it's so important to be so intentional about what you say and what you share. And that's why sometimes I don't make a set list, because it's like I just look at the room or I look at who I'm playing for and I'm like, okay, what do these people need to hear? And then I try to sing that.
Oh, I love that. Well, your music makes me feel hopeful. And it's equal parts beauty and soul and equal parts the salve that's really necessary because you know that there's a wound. And that was me trying really hard.
that was a good one. Thank you.
Your music reminds me of a lizard that's just evolved into a mammal and is tasting air for the first time.
What Pokemon is that? Let me know.
Charmander. Yeah.
He's gonna start hallucinating for the rest of the show now. So if you have any psychedelic songs, bring
I think
them on.
I went hunting for the wrong mushrooms yesterday. I don't know. It is that time of year. Yeah, man. We'd love to hear another song from you coming into that.
Yeah, totally, man. Let me do this song that I actually usually sing with my wife. It's called "Color Me in Gold." It goes like this. Color me in gold and watch me run along these fields you made for me. Oh, and now it dance with my crazy heart, bringing light to the world that once was dark. Oh, and will you still wait for me after all you sing? Won't you let me know? And Will you still tell me, dear, if this is what you want? Won't you let me know? 'Cause we'll tell stories of what we found love out on time. Hope they someday hold your hand. You would be my wife, I'll be your man. Oh, 'cause you're everything I want, you're everything I need. Oh, you're the light inside the dark, the fire. You're everything I want, you're everything I need. Oh, you're the light inside the dark, the fire in my heart. Oh, so color me and golden watch me run along these fields you made for me. Oh, you're everything I want, you're everything I need. Oh, you're the light inside the dark, the fire in my heart. Oh, you're everything I want, you're everything I need. Oh, you're the light inside the dark, the fire in my heart. Oh,
Oh my goodness. Hey, we want to do a quick shout out to our sponsors tonight. We've got Mad Hippie Skincare, and they are hippies on a mission to make the world a more beautiful place. Mad
I
Hippies.
don't think they're actually all hippies, but maybe.
At least a couple of them.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Everyone that uses Mad Hippie Skincare becomes a hippie. Suddenly you start to want to hug people and sing songs.
Like, take the word hippie and not have it be this association with 60s flower children. But whatever, that's not my job.
I do think that our generation's kind of like retaking that word hippie and like turning it into something else. It's like hippie just kind of means like you're natural now. It's like, wow, you like organic stuff, and you know.
Do you think
wanna,
Thunderstorm's a hippie?
I think Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm.